suddenly thrown out into my path where it could stare back at me and grin. This sound was inconsolable. If rock, pop, and their attendant mutant offspring tend to narratively represent experiences, posing through stage directions for love, loss, anger, and cool intellectuality, what I heard now was too excessive to be pantomime. Organic, molting structures of sound that ran loud like an emergency, standing a few paces from the PA, uncontrolled feedback loosing punishing escalations of noise onto ears that would long ring after in kind. It raised goosebumps across my skin. Like standing in a storm, it felt immediate and undeniable. It was thrilling, like withstanding a difficulty. Looking back, I can attest that following this sound did carry me into a world of strange and conditional bravery, and that there were others there when I arrived. I can't necessarily say what brought everyone else into those rooms, the moldering warehouses and factories abandoned of industry, but I can guess that they, like me, had been hunting. In this time of incomplete upheaval, when many people do not find home and family and religious congregation, profession, or lifelong embeddedness in place, we are atomized and searching in our genuine need for others amidst this shared and deepening precarity. In such conditions, there must be a logic for finding the thing that can greet you. And for better or worse, we are often left to follow the trail of culture, hoping that finding the right sound, that right look, can lead you to home.
Okay, so where are we? This space was given a name by the people inside of it. They purposed it, remaking the pre-built corners, planes, and wires of a building vacated of its designed use to fashion a new life. This is the way of the after builders, the ones who find their materials in the wastes. As a bird builds its nest, they find the available, the excess, and discard it in their environment to house and to mend, to beautify and to signify. I spent over a decade in places like this, so-called DIY venues that doubled as homes in Baltimore, Providence, and Maine at the start of this century. Spaces that were lovingly remade according to personal, idiosyncratic systems of beauty, where people lived inside a fought-for, if marginal diversion from the arbitrariness of adulthood and its shuddering gestures. Where once a night watchman stepped across a factory floor, there were beds and slow-steeping teas under brightly painted ceilings that rained when the sky did. Hive-like, people crammed into haphazardly built lofts and tent fortresses that heaved with stacked uses, makeshift recording studios, printing presses, apothecaries, looms, and open-door libraries clustered around floors that became stages in rooms that smelled like crowds. Everywhere there was evidence of self-authorized striving, the apparent motives of joy, camaraderie, and a vibrant heartbreak for the world outside.